Hello YouTube, Fresh Mika here to give you guys a double review, or another double review. This time, this is going to be both on Cartoon Network's biggest cash cows as of now, both Adventure Time and Regular Show. Now the Regular Show review was actually asked for me to be done by Caters Productions Full. So I decided I'm going to throw Adventure Time in there as well. Now without further ado, here's my double review on Cartoon Network's biggest cash cows. I will start off first with Adventure Time. I've stated in one of my extra normal videos when it came to, I think it was Sanjay and Craig or something, I believe one of my extra normals, how I felt about Nickelodeon giving up Adventure Time, and I'm going to go further into that. As we all know, Nickelodeon, Pendleton Ward, the original the creator of Adventure Time, and voice of Lovely Space Princess, one of my favorite characters in Adventure Time, basically originally created the show for Nickelodeon. And I think I barely remember Adventure Time being on Nickelodeon, but I think I kind of do. And it basically went like this. Nickelodeon stated to him that our fans would not be susceptible to Adventure Time and it would not go over well with the Nickelodeon audience, which to me I find to be the biggest load of crap ever, particularly for this reason. Most of the people who watched Nickelodeon was basically watching all three of the top kids channels at the time, which was, as we know, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Cartoon Network. So to me, most of these kids were watching all of them, and that is basically what happened. Because I was watching Disney Channel and Cartoon Network too, besides Nickelodeon. In fact, I will admit I was watching Cartoon Network and Disney Channel somewhat more than I was watching Nickelodeon. So hearing them say that was complete and utter garbage to me, because of the fact that your fans were watching content on the other two networks as well. But then of course, what happened? Cartoon Network picked up Adventure Time, and now it's one of their biggest things that has hit them since the Adult Swim. In the beginning, forgive that noise there, but it came to it. In the beginning, I wasn't a big fan of Adventure Time. I really was not. I will admit that now. I wasn't a big fan of Adventure Time or Regular Show in the beginning. I don't know what it was with me. I think it was a sense of nostalgia towardness, which was my honest reason for not liking both shows in the beginning. Because to me, they came out at a time in which I slowly really started to hate Cartoon Network's guts. So I really didn't like anything they had on their network at the time. But it was a mix of nostalgia towardness and anger towards Cartoon Network as a network. But now that I've looked at Adventure Time and given them a fair chance, unlike most other people, I honestly like Adventure Time now and Regular Show. But I'm gonna go to the Regular Show review in a little bit. I like Adventure Time now. I mean, I like the animation. I always have been a fan of the uniqueness in different people's animations, which is why I'm a huge fan of the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack. But Adventure Time, I love. Definitely, it's witty. I love the witty writing. I love the characters, and I just love the adventures that Finn and Jake go on. I'm like I said, huge fan of the show, Adventure Time. I would have to agree. Have to say my favorite episode of Adventure Time is definitely Fiona and Cake. That's my favorite Adventure Time episode. I've always been a fan of cartoons when they did the whole gender swap thing, where you would like swap out the genders of like the cartoon characters and see it the other way around. I've always been a fan, and not just that too, but when TV shows and things they did it as well. I've always been huge fans of the gender swap, because I think it's very interesting to see how it would be from their point of view in a different gender, different emotional aspect. So Fiona Cake is definitely my favorite episode. All in all, Adventure Time's not bad. It's very witty, it's funny, I love the animation. It's not for everyone, and I would say the same thing for Regular Show. They're not for everyone. So everyone's not really going to be a huge fan of it. So I guess you have to like what you like, in all honesty. And now for Regular Show. Regular Show, I actually had a disdain for more than Adventure Time at first. I didn't like Regular Show more. I liked Regular Show lesser than I liked Adventure Time. And I think it was because of the whole TV PG thing. And from what I heard from kids in my high school class, I had a reaction of, why is a show that strongly appeals to teens on Cartoon Network? And that's honestly what I thought at first. I actually hated the whole TVPG movement that Cartoon Network is doing now, but that's another rant. But like I said, I didn't give Regular Show a fair chance because of the fact that I didn't like it how it was. Actually, it wasn't me not liking Regular Show as much as it was me not liking the whole TVPG and Cartoon Network trying to appeal directly to teens movement now, because I felt like they were leaving the younger audience out. But I soon got over that. Like I said, the TVPG thing is a whole nother rant. But I got over that. I watched some episodes of Regular Show, and it's not bad, because it's comedy and stuff that does appeal to someone my age and younger teens. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. I like the fact that it appeals, to teens. I think that's, to me, is one of its strong points. I love the 80s and 90s references in Regular Show. I actually like the humor. There were a few episodes kind of make me go, what? Same thing with Regular Show. Not Regular Show, with Adventure Time. A few episodes make me go, what in the world is going on? I've been like that with a lot of modern kid shows now. Well, not kid show, modern cartoons. I'm going to state correctly. And they kind of make me go, what is this humor? What's going on here? What is going on? And that's kind of how Regular Show has left me a few times. Can't really state my favorite Regular Show episode because there's a few of them that I like. It's hard to state one. But for the most part, Regular Show is not bad. It's just like Adventure Time. It appeals to who it appeals to. It's not gonna appeal to everyone's humor. It's not gonna appeal to everyone's animation style. I mean, that's basically it. And as we know, Regular Show, adventures of two college-age slackers, working in a bar. College kids can relate to it. Especially if you're a slacker type, you can relate. Or you ever had misadventures at your job, even if it is not as intense as Mordecai and Rigby's adventures, you can at least, some kids can at least relate. So, all in all, that's basically it for Adventure Time and Regular Show. I was a nostalgia towards them at first. Then I learned to like both shows. They're not bad shows. They just appeal to who they appeal to. And by the way, I'm going to throw this little rant in here at the end. To the fans of Adventure Time and Regular Show that are watching this review, you guys kind of get extremely butthurt about everything. And it's like that in a lot of I'm in a lot of fan bases that have a lot of butthurt-acity in there. And trust me, I didn't curse, I was just being funny. But, there's a lot of butthurtness in these two fan bases especially. I've seen a lot of people that have talked about these shows, have ranted on these shows, and as you can see, they have way more dislikes than they do likes. And in my honest opinion, it's just, everyone has their rights to an opinion and to say what they want to, but you take these rants and reviews of Adventure Time and Regular Show way too seriously. And trust me, to Jedi Police, I'm going to get into the anime reviews as well. I'm going to start off with Naruto. And trust me, as a fan of Naruto, we have a lot of butthurt people in our fan base as well. And I'm going to get into that when the review comes for it. But all in all, Adventure Time and Regular Show aren't bad. My main reason why I hate them, like I said, was nostalgia towardness and the fact that I had a hate relationship with Cartoon Network at the time when these shows were released. It was at a moment to me where Cartoon Network was at its lowest points. But in all honesty, it seemed like Adventure Time and Regular Show have saved Cartoon Network and have put them, on a pedestal now, to where they're one of the more respected of the three kids networks, because Nickelodeon will just put anything on their network now. Absolutely anything. It doesn't matter, they don't care. Disney Channel has become a preteen girls' best dream. And Cartoon Network, which, you still contain your weirdness, but for the most part, you are at least trying. Although I would kind of agree with some people in the fact that you kind of need to slowly be careful with a lot of Teletoon and try to not let them take over your network. Alrighty, everyone. Fresh Mika's out.